All right, this is for Algebra 2, Semester 1, Section 3839. We're going to start on page 144. So, page 144, number 1, is asking you to find the range. The domain represents your x values. The range represents your y value. So in number 1, the function of x is to take 3 minus 2 times x. They're giving us our domain. They're telling us these are the x numbers, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So they're telling us to take 0, 1, 2, and 3 and plug it into this x right there and see what 4 answers you get. That would be your range. So my range is going to be 3 minus 2 times 0, 3 minus 2 times 1, 3 minus 2 times 2, 3 minus 2 times 3. I took this equation and I plugged in 0, 1, 2, and 3 into that x. 0, 1, 2, and 3. This solution is 3 minus 0, which is 3. 3 minus 2 times 1 is 2, so 3 minus 2 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. 3 minus 6 is negative 3. If you put them in ascending order, you'd have negative 3, negative 1, 1, and 3. That would be your range for number 1. So you're going to do 1 and 12, where just like that, where they're going to give you a domain. You're going to plug in the domain and find out what the range is. So this right there is my range. So that's how you're going to do 1 through 12. When you get to 35, you're going to find out that the f of x function in the directions is x squared minus 1. The g of x function is 1 minus 2x. So in this case, they want you to square the x and minus 1 take away 1. Now here they want you to double the x subtracted from 1. And in number 35, they're telling us to find f of g of negative, or of 1. Find f of g of 1. So you got to work your way out. You got to find g of 1 first. So g of 1 is 1 minus 2 times 1, which would be 1 minus 2, which is negative 1. So that is my g of my g of 1 is negative 1. So my g of 1 is negative 1. So they want you to take this negative 1, that's your g function, and plug it into the x function. So you're finding the f function of the g of whatever 1 is for g. So it's going to be the f of negative 1 is really what we're looking for. So you're going to do negative 1 squared minus 1, which is 1 minus 1, which is 0. So you're taking your 1, plugging it into the g function, and solving it. And that's how I got negative 1. So this whole thing right here becomes a negative 1. When you plug in a 1 into the g function, you get negative 1. Then they want you to take that negative 1, since the f is on the outside, they want you to take that negative 1, plug it into the f function. And when I did that, I got a 0. So my answer to that 35 was 0. So you can do 36 through 40 just like that. All right, when you get to the worksheet, number 1 on the worksheet says g of a equals a minus 1. So the g function is to take a and subtract 1. They want you to find g of 7. they want you to take out the a, and they want you to put in a 7. So g of 7 would be 7 minus 1, which is 6. So those are going to go pretty fast, I believe. I think all 25 of them is where you're just plugging in a number or a fraction for the variable that they give you. Some of them you're even going to plug in a variable, like I'll do 22 for you. So you've got the f of x function is 3x minus 2, and they want you to find f of x plus 2. They want you to take this x plus 2 and plug it into that x right there. So it's going to be 3 times x plus 2 instead of 3x. And then minus 2 you're going to distribute. So 3x plus 6 minus 2. When you combine those like terms, you're going to get 3x plus 4, and that will be your answer right there. You can't reduce that or combine anything from there. So that's how you do 1 through 25 on the worksheet. Those should go pretty fast. So, good luck.